The year is 1985. It's a good year. It's the year I was born. It's the year Back to the Future came out. It's the year that Rocky Four came out. Musicians were popular such as Bruce Springsteen and David Bowie. Um, Fun fact: Paul Castellano was murdered by orders on John Gotti. Um, all those are irrelevant to the fact that Microsoft in this year would announce plans for one of the biggest spreadsheet programs that would hit the face of technology and corporate America. That program is called Excel. It was developed by Microsoft in 1985. It was not the first spreadsheet program. Microsoft actually had one before it, and another company had one as well. But it did change the face of the workplace by far, by any means. And it's a perfect example of how business and technology go hand in hand to help each other out and being successful. Corporate America in the 1980s was on a rise, along with technology that was on a big rise, making leaps and bounds in the 1980s. And that's why I believe that this program could not have came at a better time. Microsoft nailed this one on the head when they brought this out and put this into their archives. Hey guys, a little history on Excel. Um, Excel was not the first spreadsheet program to be developed. Microsoft actually had one prior to Excel. It was called Multiplan, and it was developed in 1982. It was a very basic package, not a whole lot to it, basic features. Um, it was compatible with CP/M systems, but it was not compatible with MS-DOS systems, which was very bad for Microsoft. Um, Our rival was Lotus 123, and they actually Microsoft fell behind Lotus 123 with their multi-plan program. So Microsoft set out on a goal to outdo Lotus 123, to come up with a program that will do everything that Lotus 123 does plus some. By 1987, Microsoft had managed to make Excel compatible with Windows and Mac, which was a big plus for them. It ended up outselling Lotus 123 by 1988. They were pretty much out of the picture. Microsoft Excel has paved the way from there on out. They do this by continuous upgrades to the software, new versions of it, tutorials on how to do stuff, and they have just continued to keep a chokehold on the spreadsheet. In today's workplace, Excel has become an essential tool in the office and any workspace. It dominates the spreadsheet industry with a 90% market value. Doesn't look to be going anywhere. Excel has taken the world of spreadsheet computing to an entire different level. The new version offers the capability of inputting 1 million rows of data and 16,000 columns, which in return obviously allows the user to input large amounts of data, and it's able to compute calculations faster now. It acts as several different variations now. It's not just a spreadsheet program, although if you want it to be, it can be. It's got a very basic function of just a spreadsheet, basic layout. It's also used as data converters, calculators, decision support tools, financial portfolios, weight trackers, a calendar, sales charts, flow charts, etc. It's not just the basic spreadsheet that it used to be. It's got loads and loads of opportunities for you to better your business and better any business out there. It's a perfect example of how technology and business go hand in hand to help each other out. One helps the other. Technology is constantly growing, business are constantly growing. Technology is helping these businesses grow and be more efficient at what they do. And as we know, Excel has breached the days of just putting in data and saving it. It can do such things as configure data into diagrams and charts. It performs complex equations for you, so you don't have to do that anymore. It'll even rate your information from highest to lowest or lowest to highest, whatever you decide is necessary for that particular job. With the population on a rise, demand for products are obviously on a rise. And with the demand for products on a rise, clients' information and product information is also going to be on a rise. And nowadays, everything is handled digitally in databases. Somebody enters it in and it configures it. And that's why Excel is huge, plays a huge role in corporate America these days, because it makes this process a lot more efficient. No longer do we have to go in and do it by hand, to keep a logbook and subtract numbers and add numbers and figure out equations. We have a computer program that can do it for us. All we have to do is log in the information. As just mentioned, it makes life easier. It makes it so easy that a lot of jobs won't even hire you if you don't have experience in Excel. Mainly these are office jobs, but a lot of jobs out there are office jobs now, so keep that in mind. The world of technology is growing every day. Technology is growing every day. The world of business is growing just as fast. Technology is allowing everything to be logged in into databases and easily configured. And that's why Excel has played a huge role in today's business world, in today's society. Because it's not just a business aspect. You can also use it in your home. So even though it wasn't the first to be invented, it was by far the most influential, and it still holds true to this day. And many companies are relying very heavily on this program to keep up to track with their cost and budgeting, their finance reports, anything that has to do with their business, payroll, attendance policies, anything that has to do with their business. They can input the data into Excel and it will be stored safely and even calculated if necessary. Technology today is helping out tremendously with a large aspect of different variations, but it helps out a lot with day-to-day lives of individuals, and I believe that's what technology is here for us to do. It's here for our enjoyment, to live life easier, not have to do things the old-fashioned way. And this is like one example of a piece of technology that we take for granted until the day we have to go back and do it ourselves the old way by hand calculating all the data that we've put into these systems.